stylishly apologizing to Nigerians for the failure of her husband's administration.
The expectation on us was too high. People were expecting so much from us. And maybe after 7 years, we haven't done to their expectation. To them, they have done their best. So only God knows. So we must apologize to Nigerians.
Mommy, why are you doing like this, doing like this? Your husband has been a failure, the biggest disappointment, no offense. But it is what it is. So you don't need to sugarcoat anything. What's up, my people? It's your girl, Adeola. First of all, we are very happy every time we see our Dubai-based First Lady speaking to us Nigerians.
So in what areas do you think that they could have done better, maybe in your own opinion?
I don't know, because my office, I run it like an NGO just to receive people.
Oh, okay, so you just apologized, but you don't know what you could have done better. So it's like you are pretending you don't know what you're apologizing for.
What do you want them to remember you the most for?
Service to humanity. Yes. We give some stationaries.
Wow, stationaries. You guys know what stationaries are because we talked about it before. Pens, pencils, rulers and stuff like that.
It is feeding, giving a hot meal to a primary school and secondary school students.
And food for school children. Wow, in 8 years. My mother, in case you're watching. Have the fear of God. Please watch the rest of that interview on BBC Pidgin Instagram page. Speaking of which, can someone please help us make sense of this statement by the APC presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu? The question was about climate change.
The climate change, we are a poor nation. The ban coal will follow. They say firewood, not for fire. They say we need to plant more trees, and they are not giving us money.
Wow.
We need to open our eyes, shine it, and tell the West, if you don't guarantee our finances and work with us to stop this, we are not going to comply with your climate change. They'll do it.
And some people were clapping. I don't understand. Are we doing the West any favor by taking climate change seriously and planting trees and so on? I'm confused. And why is it the job of the West to fix our own finance? I don't get it. And this idea that we're a poor country.
We are a poor nation.
That is not true. That's not true. We are a very rich country. We just don't know how to manage our economy because some people are stealing the money. I beg, Alaji, next time, maybe you can re-answer this question because this one did not enter Akowale. And now let me talk to my obedient people. Please move closer. Why are some of you defending your vice presidential candidate in this interview?
Do you align with those who describe the events of that night and they strongly believe that it was a massacre?
There was abuse of human rights. There was abuse of procedure. And if some people interpret those as massacre, then yes. However, massacre has different technical meanings. I can't say I know all of it, but I know massacre requires the assailants to have, first of all, no advance notice was given before the attack. And the victims must have been attacked in their own areas.
Okay, first of all, let me say I want to thank the obedience who stand for the truth at all times. Because, endorsing Peter Obi doesn't mean that you should stop speaking the truth or stop standing by the truth. So thanks to those of you that, yes, you support Peter Obi, but you still call out your candidates. That is wonderful. What breaks my heart is that I keep seeing some people who are defending his statement in this interview because of their support for Peter Obi. Please, endorsing a candidate doesn't mean that you have to stop standing up for the truth. If you cannot hold people accountable before they get in office, how will you do so when they are in power? Will you not hold them accountable? Are you planning on just leaving them like that and not holding them accountable? I don't get it. The panel that was set up by the government admitted that people were killed. Do we really need to paint this back and forth? And some people are saying on Facebook, and what happened in Owo is massacre, but what happened in Lekki is not massacre. I don't get it. report. The panel set up by the government said that 11 people were killed. We know that when anything government body tells us a certain number of people were killed, we know it's always more than that. We still did not see any video footage, even though they said they did not turn off the video camera. So basically they went there, switched off the light, turned off the camera, and started shooting people. And you are telling us that that was not massacre. So some people are saying just because it's 11, it's not massacre. It has to be thousands of people. Shoot. Massacre is basically slaughtering people that cannot defend themselves. But even if we will say only 11 people were killed, look at this article, for example, by New York Times. You think they don't know the meaning of massacre? 11 people killed in synagogue massacre. Massacre is when you kill people that cannot defend themselves. So please and please, you guys, it's funny me, my sucrose. I don't like it. When I start seeing people using double standard, just because somebody is their candidate. Even if you are obedient, you are supposed to call out something like this so that your candidate knows that it's not okay. It doesn't mean that you're not supporting them. It just means they know that you are not okay with that. It's like if you are dating somebody, yes, they are beautiful, they are this, they are that, they are that. Does that mean you will not tell them what you can take, what you will not take? Do you just take anything because we are in love? Love is not blind. And I know that many of you will still attack me for pointing this out. Tino Lance. But if you will not defend Tinubu or Atiku for saying something like this, then it's hypocrisy for you to defend someone just because the person is your candidate. The one that pains me is that the man kept talking as if the whole EndSARS movement was a political agenda by young people. And he kept saying, and why was it not end corruption? Why was it not end this and that?
There could have been end corruption. There could have been end bigotry. There could have been end insecurity, end the falling naira. SARS was not really the biggest problem at that point in time. There could have been end bad governance,
Right.
which would have been bigger than SARS and would have seen people like me go all the way to Lagos probably.
Because you are watching, now. It was all those things and police brutality. Just because you or somebody that you know have never been a victim of police brutality in Nigeria doesn't mean that you should downplay what people are going through. How can you say, and why did we say end corruption? How many years have we been shouting end corruption? And now that people were shouting end SARS, for the first time, we got the attention of the government. And it wasn't just about SARS. You are well aware that that protest was not just about SARS. It was about everything that is wrong about the country, Nigeria. So for you to now be downplaying it as if we have political agenda by speaking, it's not right. We are watching you on plasma TV. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this, as well as Asiwaju Bola Tinubu's statement about climate change and the First Lady of Nigeria stylishly, apologizing on behalf of her husband and herself, by the way, because they both screwed up. Let me know what you guys think about all this. You guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Uganda, guys. Move closer because this is really interesting. Although this also affects Kenya. But the son of the Ugandan president, that is 48-year-old Muhoozi Kainerugaba, whom the president, Museveni, has made a general in the army. I mean, he has been the commander of the Special Forces Command. Well, guess what? It looks as if this man goes on Twitter and just have diarrhea of the mouth. I don't know. It's just... It's like he's starting to lose it on Twitter. He just tweets nonsense. And for some reason, so many people love him in Uganda. He's very popular in Uganda. People hail him when he tweets things like this. I mean, look at these tweets. Beside the fact that this is wrong in every way possible, he's a married man. And then he came out later and said, well, he was just joking. I was like, wow. He also tweeted about the two popular opposition candidates that have been competing with his father now for years, saying that he likes one of them, that is Besiga. I guess Bobby Wine must be giving him nightmares. Not be so. Also, remember that we've been saying for years that Museveni is getting his son ready to be the next president after him. And they will always deny it. In fact, there's a video of this same son denying it, saying he has no intention of being president.
I don't have the ambition to be president. I'm very happy being in the military, and that's where I intend to stay.
But look at this tweet. He went on Twitter recently, and this is what he wrote. To the Ugandan opposition, after my father, I will defeat you in any election. Does it look like he doesn't want to be president? But you know, the tweet that got international attention recently started with this.
On 3rd October, Muhoozi posted on his official Twitter handle that he had spoken to the immediate former Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta and they had agreed on Uhuru's visit to Uganda soon. Muhoozi expressing his displeasure on why Kenyatta did not vie for presidency because he would have easily won a third term, as he doesn't believe in the constitution but believes in revolution. In one of his tweets, Muhoozi said, and I quote, "It wouldn't take us, my army and me, 2 weeks to capture Nairobi," end of quote.
Wow. Why would you say that Uhuru Kenyatta should have sought a third term in a democratic country? And you are the son of a president and you are a general in your country, a neighboring country. You are saying the man should have sought for a third term, and then he talked about how the rule of law is nothing. Basically, saying the rule of law is nothing. Because that's what he's used to. His father has been in power for decades. So his father does not respect the rule of law. That's why he will tweet something like this. And then, for him to have the audacity, he's a general in the army. And then he talked about conquering Kenya, taking over Kenya, going to Nairobi and conquering Nairobi within 2 weeks.
Muhoozi, who is now a general, caused an online storm tweet on Monday when he posted cryptic tweets over a possible invasion of Kenya by Uganda. Interestingly, the Ugandan government has since distanced herself from remarks made by Muhoozi, saying Uganda does not conduct its foreign policy and other official business through social media.
Wow, talk about being diplomatic. So Kenyans were upset, of course, and they asked his father to caution him. They said, "Museveni, you need to talk to your son." And this was his reaction. He said that his father cannot be telling him what to do, that he's a grown man, he's an adult. Does he look like this person is an he's an adult? I don't know, because he's acting like a kid. Anyways, his father Museveni said that he has apologized to the president of Kenya secretly, you know. But then the father went ahead to promote him in the middle of all that.
It was Ugandan President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni who personally apologized to the tweets made by his son. He also moved fast to defend his recent promotion of Mr. Muhoozi to a full general, arguing that he has made many positive contributions to the country.
It's interesting. Now he's a full general. And of course, a lot of people celebrated his promotion. Like I said, he's very popular. I want to know what you guys think about this drama happening in Uganda. You guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Did you guys click the thumbs up button yet? All right, y'all, it's been real, and I'm keeping it right up in here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, I'm watching you on Plasma TV. Press the subscribe button and the bell button. Until next time, I'm going to see y'all. Yeah. Peace out.